Hello, this is Ed Cardinal with tonight's edition of the Cardinal Way for Men Live. Last week I talked about how my puppy Angel had triggered some childhood wounds and discussed how when I was with my father growing up, I'm afraid of him and would really go down deep within myself as a protection, I'd guard myself. I'd put these walls around me to protect myself. And what happened with that is that those emotions, particularly one of them is anger. So that fear for me as I got older turned towards anger towards my father and eventually hatred. And it festered. And there were certain times during my drinking when that rage and that anger would come out. I've done a lot of work around digging up those layers, those emotions, and expressing them in a healthy way. But there's still some stuff there, as you heard from last week's live. Certain things and certain times things will trigger. It's stored. Those memories, those strong emotions are stored in our body, in the cells of our body, in the muscles of our body, to be released sometimes in unhealthy ways. Getting better, but still have some work to do. I want to discuss something that recently happened, actually last week, when my wife Jude made a comment to me, and I interpret it as an attack. And when we make assumptions, our mind automatically fills it in with negative thoughts. We go to the negative side, and I attacked back verbally, lashed out at her based on what I interpreted or assumed what her comment was in regards to. Almost the same way I talked about how when Angel was being aggressive, I would match his anger level, his aggressiveness. Um, not the best way to deal with anger or with conflict or aggressiveness. So here's what I did. It's actually pretty proud of myself because it is better for me than in the past. And what I did is I took Angel for a walk immediately. So I changed my physiology. And when I was out walking him, was thinking about what just happened. And I was talking myself down instead of talking myself up. So I was using self talk to talk myself down, to calm down, and really think about my reaction instead of my response. And I went back upstairs and immediately I apologized. Now that's different for me. That's new. I would have waited much longer, maybe even the next day or hours, but this was within 20 minutes. I realized that my reaction was inappropriate and I apologized for it. So um, it's important to, when things like this come up, to slow things down and try a different response. And I'm going to give you an acronym um, called WISER, and this is a great 5-step process. And this is somewhat what I did with this incident with my wife. So the W is watch or witness. So witness what's going on in your thoughts, what's going on in your body, the sensations in your body. The I is interpret. So interpret all possibilities. So I like to play what's called the understanding game. Put yourself in someone else's shoes. So interpret all responses, all possibilities, and think about where the other person is coming from. The S is select how you want to respond. So I like the word respond instead of react. Reacting is what I did immediately, and responding is what I did later. Slowing things down, thinking it through. The E is engage in a response, and the R is reflect on how you did with the response and learn from any mistakes that you might have made. Now, it's good to be able to do this immediately. I'm not there yet. In some situations I am, but the sooner the better. They say if your anger lasts longer than 90 seconds, then it starts to change your body physiologically. There's negative repercussions physiologically in your body. So if you can do this wiser response within 90 seconds, it's really going to be better for your health, your emotional and your physical health, but also better for your relationship. Hope this was helpful. If it was, please drop the word wiser below in the comments. And until you see me again, be well. Take care. Bye-bye.